You keep dating emotionally unavailable and non-committal partners, hoping that they'll come back and be the person that you know they can be. But they never change, and you're left wondering, why does this keep happening to me? Am I that unlovable? It's not that you're unlovable. In this video, I'll share exactly why you keep chasing unavailable partners. My name is Dr. Lilli. I've been studying the science of relationships for over a decade. I went from anxiously attached, always attracted to emotionally unavailable, avoidant men, to secure and repelled by avoidance, and now I help other women do the same. Once you understand exactly why you're chasing these unavailable partners, you'll know exactly how to stop the cycle once and for all. Because you're not chasing unavailable people because you want to. In fact, you're probably telling yourself that you're over it, you're done, and yet somehow you still can't seem to let go. This isn't love, it's a trauma response. You keep subconsciously seeking out and choosing emotionally unavailable people. At some point, you learned that you had to earn love, and you started to believe that you aren't inherently lovable and that you aren't enough. This likely is because you had a parent who wasn't there for you emotionally. Maybe they were either simply neglectful and out of tune with your emotions, or they outright shut down your emotions. They told you that you weren't allowed to cry, big boys or big girls don't cry, because your subconscious is replaying wounds from the past, or criticized you when you disappointed them. Maybe they made themselves the victim of your emotions rather than witnessing and validating how you were feeling in that moment. There are a myriad of ways of how you might have learned this limiting belief, but we'll go into those ways in another video. Because you have these limiting beliefs, you then live your life from this belief of not enoughness. And therefore, you attract situations and people that reinforce this belief to you. That's why every time somebody leaves, you think, yup, that's more evidence or confirmation that I am not enough, that everybody leaves me. But at the same time, you subconsciously, desperately want to prove this belief wrong. You want to feel wanted. You want to feel like enough. The problem is, for you to prove this belief wrong, or to finally prove that you're worthy of love, your subconscious then will always subconsciously be drawn to somebody who acts in ways that make you think that you're not enough. By going after these types of people, it gives you the opportunity to solve the problem, to finally win and earn that love that you so desire. But the problem is that it will always choose people that will reinforce your current limiting beliefs. And because of this, you will also repel people who won't or don't reinforce those limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. This is called your paradigm. You are living your life and operating in the world through these beliefs, through this lens that you have created about yourself and about love and life. This is why at one point I was very attracted to emotionally unavailable people. It actually made me more attracted to them when I got a sense that they were not available to me. It gave me that drive to try to earn their love or win them over from a subconscious level. But once I did the work and I healed myself, I am now repelled by that kind of behavior or the energy that that person brings. Because I no longer live my life believing that love has to be earned, believing that I'm not worthy of love, or believing that hot and cold, emotionally unavailable behavior is what love is supposed to look and feel like. The problem when you're living from the paradigm of I'm not enough and love has to be earned, or whatever other limiting beliefs come up for you, when you do meet somebody who is outside of that paradigm, the paradigm that says you're not worthy of love, you will become the repellent to them because it doesn't fit your set of beliefs that you've created about yourself and love. You might find that you're not attracted to them, there's no spark, that chemistry isn't there, but it's not missing just because you're incompatible or it's impossible for you to be a good match. It's missing because that spark is actually just a trauma response. Because they're not triggering your wounding. It's not exciting. It might even feel just like a friendship. So then you never engage with them. You never see them in a true romantic sense. Or maybe a good one will slip through the cracks and you'll let them into your world. But again, you will self-sabotage it because it doesn't fit into your paradigm. You don't believe that love should feel that way, that it should feel safe and secure. That is actually alarming to your nervous system. Your nervous system isn't used to that level of peace, so it says something is wrong. It says, get out, this is unsafe. Versus if you're with a partner who fits into that paradigm, who is hot and cold, who is inconsistent, who makes you feel bad about yourself, who is manipulating you or taking you down, that will feel normal to you. That feels familiar. And to your nervous system, familiarity is safety because you know how to respond to that. You know what to expect. But when you don't know what to expect from a safe person in a safe relationship, it says that's way scarier. We don't know how to control this. And so it repels that person. It self-sabotages. It makes you go find somebody who actually isn't as healthy for you. So when you're with this good, healthy partner, if that spark is missing, you might push them away. You might even have this feeling of, I'm making a good decision, but then also part of you wondering, could this be a big mistake? This person is so good to me, and yet something feels off. And maybe that off is actually your nervous system that isn't used to this type of relationship. Not that it's wrong, but just that it's different. You might even leave them and go back to a partner who wasn't good for you just because that is all you know. Don't mistake sparks and trauma. The problem is when you haven't healed, done the inner work, you won't be able to decipher what is real, true chemistry and what is trauma wounding. So you'll never know, is this a good place to be? So you'll always be guided by your nervous system, which is attuned to the beliefs that you're not enough, that you're unworthy of love, that love has to be earned. This is why you keep chasing unavailable partners who aren't good for you, because you're living in this paradigm that subconsciously wants to be with these unavailable partners. And when you shift your paradigm, you shift the types of relationships you have in your life. When my clients shift their paradigm, love floods in from all areas, not just romantic, but their capacity for love increases. They have more loving relationships with their family, with their friends, and in their romantic life. And they truly discover what real love feels like. Every relationship, every partner is a window into what part of you still needs healing. That is the way that you can actually start to shift your paradigm by observing and having awareness and reflecting on the patterns that have shown up in your relationships in the past. Once you identify the patterns, you can identify the core wounds that are at play and start to rewrite the story for yourself. You teach your nervous system how to feel safe in love, a type of love that is steady, that is secure, rather than feeling safe and comfortable in a love that is chaotic. What's keeping you stuck isn't love, it's attachment. Love isn't suppression, it's not game playing, it's not silence for days or shrinking yourself to keep the peace. If you want real, lasting, secure love, it starts with you. So whether you still want your ex back or you're ready to detach and shift to a new paradigm, you're gonna wanna watch this video next. And for individualized one-on-one support, I offer free consultations. Just complete the coaching application down below.